Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds Plus, another match reaction with myself, Arron Marshall, and Gerry McNamee, reflecting on, listen to this, Sheffield United 1, Leeds United 3. Gerry, you were there, I was watching on Sky.
Yeah.
What a game, full of the real roller coaster which Leeds United put us on. What a game, what a result.
Yeah. Monday night is party night. There's two consecutive games against two of our big rivals in promotion, and we've won both of them. We've gone behind in both games and come back. It took a while to get into this game, but yeah, just a fantastic result. I mean, we looked at all these games coming into it and thought, oh, we've got a batch of 5 or 6, and can you get 10, 12 points? We got maximum points, and we're 5 points clear. And more importantly, how many points clear are we of Burnley? Is it seven?
Yeah.
So that's the most significant thing. Burnley don't play this Saturday, or they do, but they're playing in the cup. So in theory, we could be 10 points clear of them psychologically. It was hard fought, but we wore them down, and in the end, we were just so good. I'll go on and talk about it later, but Bramall Lane is a dump. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday was a dump. It was dangerous last night, overcrowding. Leeds fans don't help themselves. A lot of drink involved, but stewarding was non-existent, and people were getting a bit trampled on. It's a shithole of a ground. I don't like swearing, but it really is. It's 2025, and fans have to put up with this. Dump, absolute dump, dreadful conditions. But anyway, that aside, it was good. Yeah. It was a good night. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, first half was clearly rocky, weren't we? Obviously, Melier, but the own goal, I think he got credited with that little chestnut. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah. Obviously, you were there. What did it, looking from Sky, it pushed it in his own net. I don't know what it was like in the ground.
Yeah, it was hard to. We were directly behind that, but it was hard to judge because he made an absolute cracking save, got a touch onto the crossbar, and Tyrese Campbell. I mean, it was a sitting duck header, and he hit the post, and Melier's feet went from under him, and the ball just hit his hand and went in, and it was unfortunate, but he slipped, and that could happen to anybody, I suppose. But leading up to the goal, he was looking very shaky. He went for one cross and he dropped what got it, and another cross where instead of punching it, he punched towards his goal, and Gruev made a fantastic goal line clearance header.
Yeah.
And the signs were there that it was coming, and they really went for us, and we couldn't get going at all. They seemed to double up on both on Solomon and Dan James, and it was, he thought his second goal could kill us here. But Melly, after that, he was okay. He came out there was a couple of low shots which are awkward. There was a couple that he had to slide out and get. I think one which he almost went out of the penalty box. But yeah, it was given his form this season and mistakes. Yeah, it wasn't a good look, but we have him for the end of the season, so I think all's well that ends well, and it didn't cost us any points or anything, but it's there. But going into the game, of course, Ampadu isn't there, and the rumor is he's out for the season, which is a big blow.
God. Well, he could run down that pitch. If I'm being honest, he was able to run that.
I saw that, yeah. And whether it's supposed to be his other knee in cartilage, but I did notice that. Well, fingers crossed, but nothing official has come out yet, so we'll have to see. So Stroikman, I thought Stroikman Rodon. I think Rodon for me is the player of the season. He's so controlled, sweeping up that little burst of pace, everything, and he was good. Our fullbacks were having a rough time. Bogle was. You knew when Bogle was on the ball because they don't like it. They've not forgiven him. The dog even, the dog's a Sheffield United fan. No, not really. The dog and the kid. Sorry. Shut up. Yeah, sorry. Excuse me. Close the door. The cat's out. So yeah, they had it, but I thought after the initial half of the first half, we started getting shots in. We weren't brilliant. I did after about 25 minutes thought, oh, Brendan's playing. Hadn't noticed him. And I think Brendan looked weak link last night. Weak and being physically, he was struggling a bit last night. He runs around, but it wasn't his best game.
Physicality, I thought they really got into us, didn't they? That we really found it difficult, like you said, in that first kind of 20 minutes. They were just all over us. And I don't think we coped well with that. We just struggled to get a hand.
And Pirro wasn't getting involved. Dan James had a couple, skied over a couple. Solomon was dangerous, but I mean this guy with the long throw, my God, it was better than any of our corners. I thought he was struggling a bit. That's a great goal line clearance. Tanaka was getting into it, but slowly and going towards the end of the first half, I thought we're getting back into this. You know, just keep going the way we did. They came back out the second half, and again they were on the front foot. But to break tradition, we made a sub from Daniel up in the gods. You know, made the sub after 60 minutes, and it was the one Rothwell comes on, and it does change the game. All of a sudden, you saw he gets the ball and he's going forward with it, and you know that man. And Matteo Joseph came on as well. He came on for Brendan, which. And again, he had a shot, and he leans back and he puts it over the bar. But it did make the momentum went with us then, and you thought we might get something back here. And what a bullet header from our left back, come false number 9, come number 10, Virgo. It was a great header, and at that stage we were just saying, I thought we could win this. You know, we were back in it, and Tanaka, you know, it was a knockdown from a set piece.
I know, unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
And it was a header. He guided it, and it just went over. Just one of those that just crept in, and the place just erupted. It went mental. It was absolutely incredible. Limbs everywhere and bodies, and think, oh, can we hang on here? And then Pirro thinks, don't worry, lads, hold me pint, and he hits one, and I've watched it again. You realise. The keeper only started to dive was hitting the back of the net, and what a shot! And all of a sudden, you're thinking, we're top of the table. We've beaten both rivals. We've come out with 6 points in these 2 games, and there's a togetherness. And this is a game, 2 games that Leeds would have probably got 2 points out of last year, the year before. Games we always, you know, we played Sheffield United a few years ago at Ellen Road, and we ended up the keeper getting sent off and lost. Norwich, we had a game and they battered us 3-0, and we always come unstuck in these games. But you know, this is what you do, and you pull it out of the bag. Doesn't matter when you do it. The Man United over the years, Liverpool, all these teams that win titles. This is what you do when you're on your best form. Not in your best form, and you go out and win these games. So the games are getting less now. Is it 13 games we've got left?
13, let's have a look. So the table is, so what we've got, I think it's 13 or 12.
13 games. So all of a sudden, we'll keep this form going.
12, Jerry. 12. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to get ahead of yourself. But looking at Easter weekend could be a good weekend.
Could be the one. Yeah. Could be the one, couldn't it? But
we could lose our next 3 games, and then it's all.
I think they've just got to keep the momentum going, haven't they? It was interesting, obviously, when Fark and the Gods Sky were having a field day, Jerry.
Yeah.
Literally every 5 minutes, you saw a picture of Daniel Fark next to Michael Brown in the gantry, who was doing the co-commentary for Sky, and you could tell he was not happy. He didn't want to be up there, but he obviously took one for the team. But you could tell that he was. But you could see, I think he had like a memo, like a pager. It looked like he had a pager or something in his hand, trying to communicate.
Who wants to stand beside Michael Brown? That little prick. Yeah, one of Warnock's boys when he came in. He's a dreadful player when he came to us. I still see him and think, I don't like you. He's just one of those players. I've watched most of it back now, and I thought Daniel Fark would come down on a zip wire maybe. And join the celebrations. That would have been perfect.
Yeah. You know? It was nowhere near, was he? Just left them to it. He was just quite happy up in.
Well, I don't think he wasn't allowed on the pitch. He wouldn't be allowed.
No.
Yeah. So it didn't. All that worry, it didn't affect us. So what can you say? It's just.
I can't find a fault, Jerry. It's too good to be true, isn't it? Top of the table, we've got a good cushion over it. I'm not going to say it's the best because I think 10, 12 points would be good. But hopefully Burnley for me, obviously they play Preston in the Cup. this weekend. I hope they get through, and it's an extra game for them to catch up on, and we just keep doing what
pressure's on
we do.
these.
Yeah,
they can't afford to drop any points. We possibly can. There's a couple of, it's not the end of the world if we draw a game. They do and they lose ground. So that for once we are Leeds are doing what other teams do. We're not doing a Leeds thing. They're still in us to do it.
There is the only one team which can knacker us and absolutely fuck us over, and it's Leeds United.
Said it all season. We've said it all season. The worry is, I know when Pascal went down last night early on, you thought, well, that's Ampadu out, Vober's out. All of a sudden you're looking light at centre back, and then you'd have to mix and match with Sam Byron, whatever. So got to keep all these guys fit. I think the fitness is it. But you look at the stats. Goal difference of 50. I think could we get? Yeah, and that's worth a point in itself. So all the stats. All the records were breaking, the number of games won, the number of assists and goals scored, and Pirro, and it's been spread around the team, the whole lot of them. And when someone is an off day, somebody steps up, and the likes of Pirro as well has a quiet first half as he does, but then comes into his own. Some of the layoffs, some of the footwork. So he's cemented himself. I'd love to see Joseph get a goal. He needs a goal, that lad, and he could get. He needs confidence, get a few for us because he's got it in him, but it's just not happening for him at the moment. I want to see him, and want to see Gilavogi score a headed winner from 40 yards against Stoke on Easter Monday, and we're on the pitch.
Gilavogi scores on the pitch. I think Rose now is the top goal scorer, isn't he? He's joint top goal scorer in the Championship. Yeah,
with Spit the dog from Norwich, whatever his name is. He was the one who got banned, didn't he? Yeah, I don't look at the rest of the Championship. We're 25 points clear, 7. My recurrent nightmare is we play Coventry in the playoffs and it all goes wrong. That would be the recurrent nightmare. But it's everybody Leeds fans. I couldn't get this. I got back in about 12:30, 1:15, and I think I was still awake at 2, just buzzing, looking through all the stuff on Twitter, seeing the goals again, and some great compilations. And you know what? Chris Wilder gets a bit of stick, and I don't dislike Chris Wilder. I think he's a decent enough manager, and apparently he stood in the tunnel and shook hands with all the Leeds players and said, and I'd agree with him. People say at 89 minutes we'd all have shook hands on a draw. I think I would have. I'd happily done that. And but I think he said, Leeds we're trailing behind Leeds, and I think he was happy that they did what they did. So Chris Wilder's all right. They've got a few S-Houseries in that team. Hamer came on, and he wasn't fit. And he did a bit of this to the Leeds fans, but he was supposed to be marking Tanaka, so he got the old you were obviously overweight and need to go to Weight Watchers sort of stuff. You fat bastard. But I can't talk. So it was lots of that going on. But I don't mind him doing that. That's all part of the crack. But in the crowd itself, it was great, but it was crushed and it wasn't comfortable. And the exits are at the back next to us, and the fans couldn't get in. People standing in the gangways. Yeah, you had loads of stewards, head stewards, all these guys with their fans all down the front. Nobody doing anything about the crush. And if people, there was a couple of scuffles as well. There was kids in there who were a bit frightened, and it shouldn't be happening this day and age. And that Sheffield United, it's the same as Sheffield Wednesday, absolutely dreadful. The way they treat fans and shove us into these arcade cake, drinking areas. Now it's rubbish, but everybody should be better on that front. But
what was good as well, with just speaking of Sky, when it was the 89th minute, when obviously Tanaka got the second, it just emptied. Did Bramall? Everybody just left. You could see all just walking out. On to West Brom, Jerry. Then at the weekend, the final one of the current top 6. So then you look at what we've got after that. It's a favourable running for us. One more top 6 to go, out of the window, one more game off. What do you think for that one? Get this one done, get it all done and dusted, get another 3 points on the board against West Brom at home.
Again, it looks like a tricky game, but a lot of these games that have looked tricky, at Ellen Road, we've we just got through them and won 2 or 3-0. West Brom, a dreadful game at the start of the season, 0-0, and I think they were the draw specialists, and they're as good as Blackburn, as good as Coventry, any of these teams. We should win. Could be an awkward day, Alex Mowat, our ex-player, I think he scored the weekend. Tony Mowbray is their manager. Decent. I like Tony Mowbray. I like a lot of managers. See, we can be nice when we're winning. But he's a decent guy, and they know they've got to do the playoffs. We've got to do our usual: start on the front foot, get an early goal, and just get another goal, and then get another goal, and just do what we do. Then I suppose looking at the games coming up, you could say, oh, we're up against teams in the bottom half, but they're all fighting for their lives now. Portsmouth and QPR, which is our nemesis of the ground, Oxford, Stoke. These are all, we're teams in relegation trouble, hit championship form, don't they, when they're fighting for their lives. So it will be difficult, but we should. I've not seen a team this year better than us for 90 minutes. Sheffield United maybe for 25 minutes, half an hour last night. Burnley, they didn't show anything in both games. They got a lucky goal. There's nobody that's dominated us, and I don't expect to see that for the rest of the season. In theory, another 5-6 wins out of the 12 sees us home, and that's the thing. 18 points gets us to 93. So that's what we got to think about. Just let's get the job done as soon as we can. The international break coming up, obviously. After the Portsmouth Millwall, we owe them. At Elland Road and QPR. I'm away for all of these. I'm going to be sitting on a ship somewhere, but I'm going to be watching them. I've worked at 4 o'clock in the morning for the QPR and the Portsmouth games, and Millwall's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's I'll be sitting on a beach somewhere watching. People will be thinking, "What are you watching?" Yeah, watching Leeds Millwall. What are you watching, these Americans? As you do, you got to watch it. So we by the international break, we will know. I think we said if we come out of this batch of games after the West Brom game and we're still top of the table, we will. We are, aren't we? Now we are top of the table.
We should get it done unless Leeds United absolutely knacker us, which they.
I think Burnley have got Preston at the weekend, and that's a grudge match from a couple of weeks ago. There was that incident with Hannibal and that other guy who's was it Guns? I can't pronounce him. Ginzero Lemzik or something. I can't remember. He's a bit of a piece of work. And then they go to Cardiff away on Tuesday, which is intense fixtures. Who do Sheffield United play? And we should know this, shouldn't we?
We should do, because we should be starting to get out the spreadsheets. They play QPR on Saturday, and then they play Preston away at Preston. They're at home against Preston on the 8th of March, so they don't have a fixture in the middle.
Is that at Bramall Lane, is it, or is that away?
Bramall Lane against Preston. So QPR away and then Preston at home. Bristol City, but the one before the international break, Jerry, for Sheffield United is Sheffield Wednesday away.
Yes, I knew that one was coming up.
That's coming up. Burnley have got Preston, obviously the cup. They've got Cardiff, Luton, who are just dreadful. And they've got West Brom. Swansea is the last one before the international break.
Well, hand on heart, can you say that they're going to win every one of those games? There's points to be dropped in there. One draw for both teams.
After the international, though, they've got Bristol City at home. Then they play Coventry away, Derby away, Norwich at home, Watford away, Sheffield United at home to Burnley. And then they've got QPR and Millwall to finish up the season. So looking at that, they're not easy games, are they, those?
Well, I suppose we're assuming we're winning them all, aren't we?
We're going to win everything. We're going to max 111 points, I think, is the max we can get.
In theory, and it's not getting ahead of yourself because there will be points dropped, but there's no reason why we can't win every game because we've beaten all these teams easily over the season. And I feel as if there's a confidence there with Leeds at the moment. There's other times when we got promoted on the Bielsa, there was a bad spell where you remember that Forest defeat, and we'd lost 4 out of 5 and lost at home to Wigan, and then we got it in the end. But there's always that jeopardy, and it's not felt this year. There has been times where second and third, but we've not gone on a touch wood on a bad run yet. I shouldn't say that because we'll go on a bad run now. But when we've had a defeat, we got a win, and draws. We've made it up. So that, we all if we win 2 and draw 1 in every 3 games, and maybe lose 1 in there somewhere. 6 wins, 6 wins out of 12. We can do that, can't we?
Easy.
Can't we?
Easy. Well, I hope so, because I've actually, as I said to you, I booked a holiday when the playoff final is. I'm still continuously looking on Skyscanner from Malaga to any London airport. It's gone down in price, Joe. 120 quid return now. It was 150 the other week. So,
well, as I said, my mate has booked parking for Wembley for the playoff final, which I think he's been optimistic because we might need to make through the semi-final. I don't want to go through that again and trying to get tickets online for that. I don't want to go through all that. It would break me heart if we ended up losing to West Brom, Blackburn, Coventry. That'd be so unfair, given that we're so. And I don't know which country it is, but if you're more than 14 points ahead of you get promoted. If there's and I think 6 should play 5th. The winner of that plays 4th, and the winner of that plays 3rd at Wembley. But let's hope we're sitting back and just enjoying the playoffs. And I'd like Tony Mowbray to come up, and don't want to see. I've always liked a soft spot for Cobb, but not Fat Francis. I don't want to see him there. Don't want to see him.
The one I'd love to see come up the playoffs is Sunderland, because they're a massive club, and I think they've done really well. They've been coached really well this season. I think Burnley. It'd be nice for them just to get shithoused, because they'll draw. They're just the draw specialists and can't, get the wins. But
Scotty Parker and his jumpers, though. Do we need to see that? Sunderland haven't been getting big crowds. Even those empty seats at the Sheffield crowd last night. That's the thing with Leeds. Sell out every time. You try and get a ticket for any game coming up now. They are getting scarce and scarce and scarce. Yeah. As somebody said to me, "Oh, have you got me that ticket?" And I totally had forgotten Sunderland last week. Somehow got this guy a ticket, but it was Don't get involved in ticketing.
No, don't. Right, lovely, Jerry. On to West Brom, and hopefully Leeds can continue this magical run of form and get the job done early. We keep saying it every week. Get the bloody job done, Leeds, and then hopefully we can be celebrating in a couple of months' time.
I was setting myself up for a 3 o'clock kickoff. It's actually 12:30, isn't it?
12:30,
it's just as well I checked, because I could be arriving as you're all leaving next week. But
cool.
I know the QPR and Portsmouth games, they're all set now. But after the international break, expect every game to be changed. You know what Sky will do? They'll have Burnley, Sheffield United, and us on, or it'll be 3 different kickoffs.
That Easter weekend, it's always is, isn't it? It's always the Good Friday and lunchtime free. Then they'll probably get in a 5:15, and they'll get in 8 o'clock. They'll get 4 big ones, all of them. So be prepared for that.
Oxford. I'm going to stay down in Oxford and hoping to party in Oxford, and then Stoke on Easter Monday, and that should be fun. But Preston on the 12th. You never know. That could be significant. If we've won every game up to Preston, I think we're up, and we can. But I'm just not looking forward to VAR. Last night, can you imagine the delight? And you just look, the referee linesman, goal, and that's it. None of this hanging around. No, it's a goal. One thing I just mentioned, was there 2 penalty shouts last night? I thought Dan James got bundled over from where we were standing, and I thought it was a handball. I've not watched it back yet, that particular part. So, but again, the referee, he wasn't giving. And where I was standing, I could see it, and I'm usually quite fair, and I think no, but I thought we had a shout there for a pen, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We can chuck balls into the net or anything. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, we're Leeds United, and we're going up. Yeah.
HMS Pistol League is well and truly sailing.
Oh, we could have so much. My mate's a Sheffield United fan. He said, "I am saving all these messages you sent me just in case."
all the pictures of Farker Wilder, the ham sandwich one, and all that sort of stuff.
Lead taking them to school. Yeah. I'm not. If we get promoted, I won't be singing about Sheffield, and I won't be singing about Burnley. And that's why I'm so delighted that Ipswich and Leicester look like they're coming down, and Southampton. They did that. I keep saying this, but you know me in a grudge. And they disrespected us, they really did. And to see Declan Rice being subbed the other day and losing, see Ireland win the rugby, to see Rangers crumble. It was the best. And Dundalk won as well. It was the best weekend ever. It really was. And before I go, one recommendation to watch on telly: 1,000 Blows with Stephen Graham on Disney Plus. Really good. Okay. It's about bare knuckle boxing. And yeah, probably some Leeds fans there as extras, I'd imagine. But yeah, bare knuckle boxing, and it's written by the guy who wrote Peaky Blinders. So that's been my weekend in a nutshell, and a bit of Sopranos. Oh, I'm so happy.
I can just tell, I'm just buzzing. Can't wait for Saturday, and obviously
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gutted I'm away on holidays. I'm going to miss 3, but I'll be watching. And then back into it. And then we got Swansea on the 29th. That'll do. Yeah. I'll just keep winning, Leeds. Just keep winning.
Get the job done. Points. Do it quickly. Yeah, go for it. Why not? 111. Let's go for max. It'd be great. It would be good. 107 would be brilliant to get the record. And I think this team deserved that because they're very good.
Remember this: with 5 minutes to go at Plymouth, and we need to score to get in to go up. Yeah, that's it.
And they need a goal to stay up as well, and we've got to go there. It's just typical Sky 12:30 kickoff last.
It would be a moment. Imagine doing the Man City thing and getting 2 goals in your nerves wouldn't take it, but it must be some feeling. That must be some feeling to do it like that. But let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's go up properly.
Excellent.
And invest and stay up.
That's the key. Got to do that.
And don't buy Rangers. Don't buy Rangers 49ers. If anybody from the 49, I'm sure they monitor these things. Don't touch that club. Don't. It's toxic. Don't. I don't want any connection with it. Don't want anything to do with it.
You do know that we will be playing them in a pre-season game in America.
I won't be going. I won't even acknowledge their existence. I won't be there. No, I don't want anything to do with them. Yeah.
They'll do the whole franchise thing. Yeah, they'll get them, and then they'll get the Rangers shirts. The Rangers shirts will be for sale in the club shop. And
I will stand outside with a plan. That would be disgusting. I would be outraged. That spoiled my week, actually, that they mentioned that. It sounds like it's very feasible, but I don't want them involved with us. No.
Oh, well.
Yeah. See, I hold grudges. I told you. It drives me. Come on, Leeds. Let's do this properly.
Let's focus on Leeds, Gerry. Think about Rangers if it happens, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, come on,
Leeds. Right. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Come on.